Alright, diving straight into it, and we're going to be making this controller get a macro edit in today's video. Like, literally, this is faster than a normal macro edit I've got on my keyboard and mouse. But quickly, drop a like for the YouTube algorithm. Trust me, it helps way more than you actually think. Please drop a like, it helps so much. Plus, it literally takes you 2 seconds to do so, and it helps so much with the algorithm. Also, if you want more editing videos in future and controller videos overall, make sure to subscribe. I'm the best guy giving you the most exclusive content. But other than that, let's set up this macro, and then we're going to delve into actually using it and trying it out. Ooh, let's go. So I actually have something to tell you guys about in a second. Ooh, peace control, baby. Papa Jaren would be proud. So that thing I wanted to talk to you about is actually recently NVIDIA released this thing called Latency On Boost ++. Now, this may all sound alien to you, so I'm going to explain it in just a second. Okay, so basically what this is going to go ahead and allow you to edit faster because it gives you an ultra low latency. It means this controller, for example, can control to my Xbox, my PS4, whatever, way faster. Now let's talk about how you can use this to your advantage. Ooh, okay, baby. So how you can actually use this to your advantage is basically the fact with a lower latency on controller means that the connection time to your PC or your console is much lower, meaning that when you click your binds to go ahead and edit, so for example left stick and then select, means it's going to be a faster delay time, meaning that you can click them faster in theory. But I have bad news for you because it's only available on PC. But of course, it's not a Woods video without a secret tip, so that is why I'm going to be telling you guys some secret tips to lower your latency on console and get the exact same feeling of a low latency on boost, but on console to make you guys faster editing. So now this first thing I want to talk about and I want to bring up is something very important that not a lot of you guys actually paid attention to in my last video. This one's more so an actual tip for you guys, and then afterwards I'll give you some actual secret settings that can lower your input delay. Now I can just give you some secret settings that might get rid of a little bit of input delay, but firstly I want you guys to understand a really important factor, which is going to be actually listening to your edits, because when you actually go ahead and edit something, you hear the initial edit and then the select and then the confirm, you all hear that in your head. Now it's to do with the way the brain actually works with listening and editing and synchronizing your fingers with your hearing. Basically meaning that by the time you actually hear the noise, that's when you use the next motion to actually select it on your controller and edit. So I want you guys to actually practice editing in the morning with literally no headset on, and it'll basically go ahead and get you in this sync and rhythm for these secret tips I'm going to give you once you've lowered your input delay. Basically just warm up with no headphones on so that you do not have the problem of actually synchronizing, listening to the audio and your fingers, get through that input delay between them two. Then once you got them two gone, then you can practice with these secret input delay removing settings. I've actually been using these secret settings for a week now, and I don't know if any of you guys have noticed in my videos, but I've actually got slightly more crack. Ooh, okay. So everyone I've been 1v1ing actually noticed this, so let me just go ahead and tell you how I done it. So how I actually did this was actually by refreshing my controller every time I got on Fortnite and every time I felt my controller getting a little bit laggy. Now, it may sound stupid, but honestly, the first thing you can do to reset your controller every time you get on is just by changing a single bind on your controller. For some reason, it actually makes it reset, because when it literally has the same settings you load on every single day, it starts to get a little bit laggy and doesn't update the cloud with new information. Then, therefore, you are slowly getting not prioritized on the cloud of information of all the settings, and I've actually possibly found out the way to actually reset this, and the only way is literally just go ahead and change your settings for the one time. So let's say you play with a 2.2 build setting, we'll just change it to 2.3 and then change it to 2.2 again afterwards, but make sure you apply it in between, resetting your sensitivity. This will update the cloud, and then in theory go ahead and resetting your controller settings, making it have a little bit less input delay, because I think it is a little bit more prioritized on Epic's list. Just felt a lot better for me, so you can try it out. But it's been fairly alright, but it hasn't been anything as good as compared with this next secret tip coming up. Ooh, baby, let's go. Ooh, okay. So there's actually a secret reason as to why pros name certain skins pro or sweat skins. Now, not what many of you guys actually realize. They're not called sweat skins just because they're sweaty and look cool, but the actual reason, in fact, is because they actually come with less input delay. Yes, I know, a skin with less input delay, that sounds ridiculous, Woods. There's actually reason to why pros have been doing this for years now. Now, the real reason as to why pros have actually been wearing skins like this, what I'm currently wearing right now, compared to things like the Bright Bomber with lots of different decals on them and bright effects, is not just because of the fact that they look cooler and they're more sweaty, in our opinion. It's because certain skins that don't have any fabrics on them or anything like that, they tend to flap around in the wind with the new Unreal Engine, which is included in Fortnite on consoles. And because you guys are limited to 60 FPS, the only way you can actually get better FPS is by using skins like this, where it has nothing attached to it and it is just a standard body skin. Compared to things like this with neck chiefs and also backpacks and helmets that can flap around and work with the Unreal Engine, this causes constant movements throughout the skin to be happening and basically causes a little bit of input delay. Now, what am I telling you? No, I'm not telling you that wearing a new skin will double your editing speed, but I have started wearing this skin right here, this robot skin with literally nothing on it, and oh, that was nasty. And I felt myself just by wearing this skin, it's actually made me way faster at editing, I can't even lie to you. Now, it might be a placebo effect once again, but honestly, it's worth a try out, and obviously not everyone has this skin, so just use any single skin that doesn't have many major glows or effects to the skin, and it's pretty basic when it comes to it, and just give it a try out compared to one of those skins that have a lot of effects on, and just let me know down in the comments below if you also find that it actually feels way smoother to play on these skins. And that is exactly why pros have been using these square skins for ages, but now let's move on to the next secret tip. Oh, that was nasty, bro. So this next tip is actually working out your formula for success. Now, what this is actually entailing is basically everyone, if you think about it, on console or computer, has a different type of computer or console. Now, everybody's PS4, everybody's Xbox, everyone's Nintendo Switch, everyone's PC performs in a slightly different way, as if you didn't know, factories actually make CPUs, GPUs, all that sort of stuff slightly different every time. Meaning that everyone has slightly a better or worse input delay, and everybody has a better or worse ping. Now, why it's affected your editing delay is because, of course, it affects how fast you can actually edit, because how fast you click a button on your controller and how fast you confirm it is only how fast your ping and your edit delay can actually work. So what you guys need to do, basically, for this tip is just by going into creative or public matches and work out the different timing that you will actually go ahead and have to edit, because in creative, as you notice, everything feels so smooth to go ahead and edit, double edit, whatever I need to do. And you may know that in public matches, it feels way worse. This is because everyone's GPUs, CPUs, everything like that is made differently and performs differently in game. Therefore, by practicing creative, what a lot of players do basically means that all your training is kind of worthless, because in a public match, your gameplay is always different and your FPS is worse, input delay is worse. So your game never feels the same, making sure that your editing does not get any better overall. Now, this might sound crazy, but trying to actually hop into an actual public game and trying your edits and practicing in a public game might actually be worth it, because you guys didn't know there's always a worse input delay and worse frames in an actual game rather than creative. Just simply for the fact that it's way open and clear in a creative match and clogged up with lots of different players in an actual public match. So basically, what I'm telling you guys to do for the final tip is honestly practice your edits and your builds in a public match. Go in, if you got a custom matchmaking key, just go into a single game, or just even that game mode where you can play online in the map but by yourself. Do that, practice your builds in there, and then basically when you go to normal 1v1 games or arena, you're going to be feeling the exact same edits and everything like that, rather than getting a placebo effect in creative, because of course your ping and edit delay is never going to be as good as that in a real game compared to creative. Practice your edits in there, and I'm guaranteeing you that when you go ahead and play arena, your edits will be so much faster. But honestly, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are still here. Remember, dropping a like really helps with the algorithm, so I appreciate that a lot. Other than that, remember to comment 120k down below for a chance to get a shout out in the next video. Other than that, guys, peace out.